welcome to my YouTube live. This live is to tell some updates about my generative AI webinar, which I'm planning to start soon. Okay, and before going in detail, I would like to know whether that audio is going smoothly. If someone is watching this live, just let me know about that audio quality. Uh, okay, if there are any issues, just let me know. In the meantime, just I will check it by myself from my mobile. Okay, so it's okay. It seems okay. In the meantime, just I will share it on some places, Twitter. I believe it's a very useful one, this generative webinar, because there is a huge demand for learning RAG and MCP, that kind of things, right? Especially AI agents, agentic AI. So I'll be covering that topics in that sessions. So it should be really useful for everyone. Okay, and I set a very low price. I would like to talk about that details. Okay, a few days back I did a live, but there are many changes I made after that thing. So this live is to give the updates about that one. Okay. So best to ignore that previous live. Better you can take the details from here. Already updated the things in my blog post. Okay. So let me first share my screen. Okay. I'm sharing my screen, entire screen. Okay. So it got shared. So let me talk about it. This is the blog post I'm referring. You can come to this blog post by searching for my blog. Go to Google, search for QPT blog, QPT space blog. Okay, it will be opening my this search results. From there, you can choose first one, blog.qualitypointtech.com. That is what my blog. Here in the top, I provided the link to that GenAI webinar. You can click that link. Okay. So previously I provided that live 4-week training also, right? I removed that because I just started the second batch. I don't have any plans to do further things. That I will be explaining in detail. Okay. So let me first talk about the very few updates about this live generative webinar. Okay, so come to my blog and so click for this link GenAI webinar, or in that video description itself I have provided the link. Directly you can click that link and directly come to this page. Okay, it is up to your convenience. Okay, here I provided all the details, very inform, like very basic details. I would like to say that I keep it very minimum details. Okay, keep it as a very simple thing, so that you can quickly grasp the information. Okay, so first thing is about me. Suppose if someone, you are very new to my blog or new to my uh, channel, you should be knowing about me, right? So I provided the links to my LinkedIn. Okay, so you can know about me, like know about my connections, know about my previous historic posts and other things, right? So it will be useful for getting know about me. And basically, um, I have like 25 years of experience in IT, mostly test automation, web development, and recently AI development. Okay, so I am selling recorded course. Suppose if you are interested to view the recorded course, that recorded course link I provided a link to Udemy, where you can freely preview many of my tutorial videos. Okay, that will give that opportunity. That is why I provided the link to that recorded course, so that people can understand my way of teaching, right? So that is the purpose of giving that link. And I lot of provided a lot of like free videos, tutorial videos also. I provided a link to that. You can freely learn from these links. Okay, I added a lot of videos, including LangGraph, MCP, computer vision, NLP, AI agents, deep learning, machine learning, notebook LM, like all the essential things related to AI. Okay, so you can go through that also. Okay, so just I'm just trying to give the some overview or base about me, so that who are willing to learn AI from live Gen AI webinar can make the decision whether my way of teaching will be suitable for them, whether they're expecting that kind of information or something different, right? So for that, I provided all this. Apart from that, I provided a lot of free ebooks also: Unlocking AI, RAG, SQL, Agentic AI, Python for AI developers. That books I'm providing it for free. But the thing is, it will be showing buy button, but no need to make any payment. Say, for example, if you are clicking this, it will be showing this buy button. Okay, buy this button, but the price is zero, right? So no need to worry about that. Just click this, buy this. It will ask your email ID. It won't ask any payment details. Okay, okay, and. Then you can watch relevant videos like RAG, MCP, LangGraph, AI agents. Actually, I'm going to talk about those things in this live webinar. Already, I have recorded videos. You can, if you want to watch only recorded videos freely, you can watch it. Okay, but the things are getting changed dynamically. A lot of updates are happening, and having interactive discussions will be more effective than just watching like just recorded videos, right? That is the purpose of live trainings and these kinds of live webinars, right? That is the reason why I started my 4 week live training, but I found it difficult to find the people because of timing, because it's many days they need to spend time, right? So now I decided in this way, I would like to focus more on selling my recorded course, and people who are really interested in live things, they can join this webinar, like just one day, 3 hours webinar like that. Okay, and moreover, if they want to get more details about any specific topic, they can contact me for one-on-one coaching. That approach will be more flexible, and I need not unnecessarily spend most of the time for live like 4 week, right? Because recently the second batch, only few people joined, only few people registered for my course, but I personally needed to spend all my hours, right? So that is like a wastage of time. So this way it is very easy, even if people are not joining to this live, I just something similar to my YouTube live, I will be just doing it for 3 hours, that's it. I need not spend like 16 sessions like that, right? So it gives me a lot of flexibility, and like timing, from timing perspective also this is good. That is why I set very low price, but I would like to do some kind of paid promotions also, so I adjusted the price. Previously I set like a very very low price that cannot be like useful from uh, like a paid advertisements perspective. So for making payment for the paid advertisements, I need to increase it bit further. So I set 500 rupees now. Okay, in India, globally it is $25. Still, it is very low price only, right? That is something different. But in this update session, I would like to tell about this update. Because I am going to run advertisements, paid advertisements, or some kind of way. Okay, because previously I tried all the free ways, like asking people to tell about the offers to their friends. That was not working, and using affiliates to promote it based on revenue sharing basis. That also people are not actively doing that. Okay, so I have right now I have only way of doing it only by myself, personally spending time for promoting it through these kinds of live sessions or social media sharing. But that is not that much scalable, right? So in that case, I needed to like use something like paid advertisements. Okay, so Facebook ads, Google ads, that kind of stuff. So I will be exploring that. Okay, first of all, I would like to get the basic feedback from the known people, social networking. So then I will be fixing the things, and then I will be uh, start running the paid ads. Okay, so for that, I just increased the price. But again, as I said, if the paids are advert CPC are much and the conversion is not happening that much, and in that case, if I need to increase the price further, I'll be increasing it further. Okay, because the original price I set as like 4,500 based on other comparison with other similar courses. Some of them are they charging 6,000 like that also for just a 2 hours course for teaching RAG and MCP, that kind of advanced things. Okay, but already, as I said, if you want to know about my way of teaching, my current understanding about these advanced topics, maybe you can go through that videos. If you are satisfied, if you have some questions to get clarifications, you can join this webinar. That is the purpose of this webinar. Okay, so all the tutorial videos I made it available for free. You can click that videos, and if you like that, just share this web page link to your friends also, so that they can also freely download all these ebooks, freely access these videos, these playlist links. Okay, so I just would like to spread this to as many as people possible, so that they can use the free offers, and only people here who are really interested in getting live interactions can join. Okay, it is very very important, because as I said, for my live courses, very few number of people are joining. That too, because I said very low price, they are not taking it very seriously. There's like only very very low number of people only joining the things. Okay, it happened for my first batch and second batch also. So I stopped doing that. Right now I don't have plans for starting the third batch. Instead of that, I will be focusing more on recorded course and these kinds of short webinars. Okay, it will be like giving some introduction about me to potential learners, and if they are interested, they can come up as a batch by themselves, or I can teach them one-on-one through one-on-one coaching about specific topics they are interested. Okay, that is what my plan. I'm going to do it in a systematic way. So that is this is the first step. I just increase the price so that I can do the advertisements. Otherwise, I needed to spend a lot of time talking about various social media to encourage the people to share it. But actually, people are not interested in doing that. Okay, so other competitors or similar course trainers are charging a lot of money. Okay, so in that case, why I need to unnecessarily spend that kind of time and like wasting that social media resources also, right? So in that case, I decided to increase the price. As a first step, I increased only very little. But in the coming days, if the ad prices are going up, I'll be increasing further. So if you want to make use of this opportunity, you can register today itself to avail this price. Otherwise, it can be increased further. Okay. So now I decided to go in this way. Previously, I thought of keeping the prices very very low, but it strongly affected like in a negative way. Unnecessarily I needed to spend a lot of time in talking about that without any success. Okay, so now I decided to go with a traditional or a professional way of doing promotion, right? Using paid advertisements and setting the price accordingly, right? So as a first step, I taken that step, and if still like I expect, based on my calculations, it will be reasonable from a paid advertisement perspective also. For some reason, if that CPC is high, I will be again increasing the price. So in the meantime, you can make use of this opportunity. Okay. So I increase up to this much level, 4,500 rupees. Okay. And the same, the free bonus that right now I am keeping it as part of this one. Okay, but many people suggested that I can upsell it, but anyway, I'm selling that course for 300 rupees only, so I can give it as part of this webinar free, like, because within 3 hours it is difficult to learn more things, right? So my plan is I can give this free access so immediately after registering this thing, and in the meantime, that in the time between registration and the actual starting of webinar, that registrants can go through these live recorded videos and the ebooks, so that they can get some basic idea, and it will be more effective when doing live webinars, right? So in that perspective, it's good. And another change I made is the date and starting time. Starting time, previously I thought of focusing on people in India, but I realized that mostly people in US are interested in learning RAG. So I thought of changing the time, which is common for both people, like people in India and people in US. Okay, so that timing will be 7 p.m. IST, uh, like regularly and weekdays at the same time I have that 4 week live session is there, right? So it will be on Saturday. Okay, mostly people like working people are preferring to have sessions on Saturday. So in that perspective also it will be relevant. Okay, so Saturday, but the date 16th. Previously I thought of doing it in the coming Saturday, but I don't have enough time in case of paid advertisements. I need to like fine tune the keywords and like a lot of things are there, right? So in that case, it is better to set that date at 16th. Okay. But anyway, still a very limited time is there. I need to promote it quickly. Okay. And as I said, right now I'm not going to use the affiliates. Instead, I'm going to pay to the ad companies. Okay, because affiliates I spent a lot of time for like talking with the affiliates, and those affiliates are initially showing interest, then later on they are not doing anything effectively. Okay, so in that case of advertisements, at least I will be seeing the results immediately, so that will be better. So at least I can understand whether like it's a problem with reaching the audience, or whether the course or that webinar itself not usable. That kind of feedback I can quickly get when doing advertisements. Maybe for the next webinars, I may explore other options also. But this webinar, I would like to focus more on advertisements. So I may increase the price further based on the performance of ads. Okay, so in that case, if you want to make use of this discounted fee, just register today itself. Okay, and tell about this offer to your friends who may be interested in learning about drag, MCP, LangGraph, AI agents, that kind of stuff. Okay, so joining the other details are same only. If you are in India, you can make payment to my UPI ID or UPI phone number, this number, or Instamoja link. Okay, and globally, people can use my PayPal link or this PayPal ID. And then once after making the payment, you have to contact me by sending email to me, like rajamanikam.a@gmail.com, or sending message to my WhatsApp number. I prefer email. Okay, suppose if you are not getting any reply in 1 or 2 days, then you can remind me through WhatsApp number. Okay, but WhatsApp we use only through message. Don't make any call. Okay, I won't be attending the calls. Okay, so the purpose of this webinar is just to introduce myself to the potential learners, and whoever is interested in learning in more details, or like hiring me for doing any kind of AI developments, they can hire me based on hourly charges, for either for one-on-one coaching or for AI consultancy or for AI development. As I explained in my previous live sessions, mostly I will be focusing more on these things. Okay, like doing AI development, doing web development with the help of AI. That kind of mostly that kind of business I am right now. I am focusing. Okay, and other than that, as a side hustle, I will be doing Amazon books also. Okay, but other YouTube technology news, science and technology, that kind of business, I reduced that kind of things, and I made a lot of time available for doing AI related things. Okay, so if you're interested to learn, just contact me for knowing about me. As I said, you can go through my books and these tutorial videos. Lot of tutorial videos, free tutorial videos are there. Lot of videos. You can just go through that. Okay, I'm just improving step by step. I'm not expert in any specific thing, but I keep on learning, and I would like to be becoming an expert, especially related to RAG. Okay, so if you are interested in implementing RAG for your business, you may contact me. But as I explained previously, AI is a very huge topic, and it involves a lot of things, and it involves a lot of companies also, and everyone is following different set of things. And but our fundamental concept is different, same. I'm just focusing more on that thing for the perspective of teaching AI for beginners. But for doing any kind of projects that involves specific things, so we need to do a lot of discussion about that and a lot of things. So I would like to work based on pre-booking basis. Okay, because a lot of people they used to contact me by giving requirements documents, and then they ask me like estimate the time like that, but no, I won't do that. Previously, very long back, I did that kind of stuff, but based on my previous experiences, that is wasting my time unnecessarily. So I have decided to uh, move on with this pre-booking concept. So something similar to one-on-one coaching. If you want me to do like involved with the AI consultancy or AI development, you can book my time. Okay. But before booking my time, contact me to know the availability of my time. Okay. Let me check any question is there. Gautam Tamil sir, I don't know what do you mean. Yes, if your question is whether I am Tamil, yes, I'm. My mother tongue is Tamil. I'm Tamil. Okay, but the sessions will be in English because, as I explained earlier, it is. I'm just targeting both audiences from US and India. Okay, even in case of India, also people from other states can join, so that the communication language will be English. So it's a common question. Previously also many people asked that thing because basically I am Tamil, right? So people will be tending to expect that I can have the session in Tamil. But if many people are like 4 5 people are coming together, and if they want me to teach that things in Tamil, I can start a separate webinar for them. Okay. Maybe even I can further discount the fees in that case. Okay. But in that case, anyway, the slides, other things, maybe in English, creating everything in Tamil is like a bit tedious task, and that also not record. Maybe that explanation, everything, maybe I can do in Tamil if group of people are interested in. That is completely different topic. It's not related to this one. This one, 100% English only communication. The books, all the books are in English. All the videos are in English. The subtitles are in English alone, and that communication language is English. The webinar, everything is in English. Okay. So because I'm targeting audiences from all over the world. Okay, especially from US, UK, and India. So as I explained earlier, in India also, like yeah, it is better to communicate through English because of like varying languages across states. Okay. Okay, Gautam, if you have any other questions, you can ask me. Okay. Yavar Shaikh. Hi, hello. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to my channel. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Especially if you have any questions related to my generative AI webinar, you can ask me. Okay. And you can read a lot of things about AI by visiting my blog. As I explained the initial stage of this live, you can search for QPT blog on Google, and it will open this blog. Here you can find a lot of AI related articles. I work on to increase more content. Okay. Increase like the content by adding more posts. Okay. So you can go through that. I even a few days back, I did around 4.5 hours of a free webinar to teach the AI. So I'm doing my best to teach the things freely also. Okay. But this one is paid one. Whatever currently I'm talking about is paid one. But a few days back, I did this free webinar. You can go through that. So mostly all the content are same. Okay. It's not going to change drastically. Okay. So in case of recorded course, here I have provided this banner image, right? You can click that. It will take you to the page where you can buy the recorded course. Recorded course in the sense it has around 8+ hours of recorded videos and 9 rated ebooks. Okay, but still I'm selling it for just 300 rupees only in India and $8 globally. Okay, so you can go through all the details here. What I'm trying to say is here I provided the list of videos, right? These are the videos available with at this recorded course, and these are the ebooks available with this recorded course. What I'm trying to say is that whatever content I provided in the recorded course, mostly I will be teaching in my live courses also, especially in case of this live webinar. Mostly the generative AI related things I'll be talking, but that things are already covered in my recorded course. Okay, that is what I wanted to highlight. Only difference is in case of webinars, I will be like interactively discussing that things, and in case of my 4 week course, I will be explaining them step by step with a lot of hands-on tutorials, like lot of things. But as I said, I stopped. I don't have any plans to start a new batch because the current batch I find difficulty in getting registrations. Okay, but in case of webinar, it's a very simple thing. Even if people are not joining, I can just I need to spend only 3 hours only. It's not a big deal. Okay. So any other questions? Okay. So if anyone is have any questions, you can contact me. If you feel that this webinar page, here I provided free download of ebooks, right? A lot of ebooks and this playlist offering a lot of tutorial videos and these things. If you click that, you will be watching tutorial videos. So all these things will be really useful for people who want to learn AI, right? If you feel that way, then remember to share this link or this video itself so that people can find the link from the description. Okay, because just watching like people who are directly going through this link, they may be hesitating to click the buy button by thinking that it will be charging them like that. Okay, so better you personally explain them visit this page and click that link and no need to make any payment and then freely download ebook like that. You can give instructions or you can just refer this video. People can understand the process by watching this video. Okay, so basically this live GenAI webinar registration page has a lot of useful information. These links to my free download ebooks that will be really useful, especially the SQL book will be really useful for beginners as well as advanced users. And agentic AI, I did my best to tell about the latest happenings related to agentic AI. And Python for AI developers, it will be talking about almost all the important modules related to AI development. Okay, unlocking AI, it's a very I put a lot of effort for coming up with that book. It covers almost all the basic topics about AI. It will be really useful for beginners, very beginners, as well as people who want to know everything about AI basics. That is very useful. So ultimately, I just listed all the useful ebooks here. Okay, just so you can buy this. From my perspective, by offering free ebooks, it will be helping me to collect make that people who download the books join to my uh, newsletter, and I can further send any updates to them. Okay, it's a win-win approach. I can tell about any further webinars to them, and I can send updates about latest happenings with the AI, or if I create any new tutorial videos, I'll be telling about that. So they can learn more things from the newsletters, and I can tell about my products in the coming days. Okay, so that will be win-win approach. So that is the reason why I provided the free download link, and if you feel that it is useful for everyone, just to share this page. Okay, because even in I may add some other pages like details also here. So it is better to share that this webinar link itself. Okay, this page link itself, I provided that link in the description of the video. Just check that. And so, how to create own models from scratch? Suraj Samal is asking. Creating own models in the sense whether you are going to invent any kind of new algorithm. So that is completely different. That people are not going to do that, right? If you start with some existing thing, you can train with your data, right? That I already explained in many things. But if you are talking about your own model in the sense, you have to invent some algorithm, right? So, or if you are going to use existing algorithm. You can find lot of sample code, every details from sklearn in case of traditional machine learning, scikit-learn, and Kaggle everywhere. In Hugging Face also, a lot of information is there. Okay. In case of traditional machine learning, you can check this scikit-learn. Reading papers, it's a good way, okay, but don't try to copy that if your intention is creating new models. But Okay. Actually, recently I come across one new kind of diffusion model, which will be very useful for generating images from MIT. I uploaded a video about it. Maybe you can check that. Okay. So I will show that also, that research paper. But I would suggest using Notebook LM for learning. Okay. Suppose if you are interested in diffusion models, go to Notebook LM, and there you can create new thing, diffusion model. You use the discover. Okay, maybe you can search for diffusion models. So it is a very good way of learning. Actually, it's a note taking application, like that only they started. So if you want only research papers, maybe you can update research papers. You go to archive.org, that page, and then can download the papers or copy the links, or you can easily simply use like this. Okay, whichever is often suitable, or both combination you can use. Okay, here once after importing that notebook LM suggested things, you can add new resources also, and then here add option is there, right? You can go to any research paper. Say for example, I was telling about recent MIT research about diffusion, right? So diffusion, so you can search it from my channel. This one, like 4 months back, I uploaded that video. Okay. Are you aware of this one? I think they're combining two things. Okay. So the research paper, I provided a link to that source. There you can find the research paper link. Okay. You can copy that paper or download it. You can include it here. Okay. Or whatever papers you want to include in your research, include here. And then here you can start asking any questions. Okay, how to create new diffusion model, like that. Okay, or what is diffusion, or whatever question. Okay, I'm telling it for any beginners. Okay, so just we can ask, like we have to provide the resources, and we can ask it. Suppose if you feel that it is very lengthy, where it's not that much useful for understanding for a beginner, you can ask it to summarize it, so that it will be useful for beginner. Okay, use simple, beginner friendly. Actually, a lot of other features also there. Recently, they included video overview also. Previously, audio overview with the podcast feature is very useful. I already created a lot of podcasts using this. Okay, so here somewhat it's very simple, right? Diffusion models are a type of generative model in machine learning that can create new data like images, video, or sound that looks very similar to real data they have been trained on. And they normally they provide that reference also from where they it found this information. Okay, that is the advantage of notebook LM over Gemini or ChatGPT, because it's grounding the truth, right? So it basically it avoids the hallucination. So that is what we need, right? Imagine you have a clear image and you gradually add a random noise to it step by step until the image completely disappears and all you are left with pure static or noise. This is called the forward diffusion process. The goal of diffusion model is to learn how to reverse this process. It starts with pure random noise and then through many small iterative steps, it learns to remove the noise, slowly transforming it back into a clear, realistic image. Very, very simple explanation, right? So previously it provided a lot of technical information. Now it is explained in a very simple way. Okay. So beginners, you can ask like this, and we can create mind map and FAQ, like a lot of things, study guide. Here FAQ, we can create FAQ about this diffusion. But in case of your question, if you want to create new things, something similar to that MIT research paper, so it's purely based on your creativity, deep thinking, right? That involves sort of things. But if your question is using a model for your own purpose instead of going with API usage based LLMs, that you can do. Okay. For that, to get the inspiration, you can visit Hugging Face. There you can see around 2 million models. Okay, so normally mostly models are derived from some other models, right? So if your question is that one, that you can easily do. That is a very, very simple thing. Here like 1.9 million models are there. Okay, here they will give the details about how to use those models, and they are categorized based on the task and language libraries. So, and categories like computer vision, multimodal, audio tabler. Here, if you are talking about diffusion, you can check diffusion related things. Okay, but normally it is arranged in this way only. Image. Maybe you can ask here because we provided all the diffusion related information, right? So your question is creating new diffusion model. Okay, that I will, maybe we can ask that. So as I said, your primary question is how to learn, right? In that case, you can go with notebook LM. Okay. Okay, you are a student and your main concern is about learning the things, right? So in that case, as I said, you can make use of notebook LM. You can add all the notes related to your semester syllabus, and then you can ask questions, various questions. In that case, you can interactively learn with that. Okay. But if you are interested in research, other things, as I said, you can go through that MIT paper. Okay, then you can get some idea how to come up with new kinds of things. And if your question is using existing model, here a lot of examples are there how to use that. And even Hugging Face is providing detailed documents, tutorials, how to use the things. Okay. Normally, the symbol for using any model, that the key thing is creating data sets and following the standard formats of preparing the data. So let me show one example in my blog itself. I explained about the YOLO. That is very visibly you can see, right, computer vision thing. that is common for everyone. Actually, in that blog, I posted about YOLO also, and uh, scikit-learn, that example, and TensorFlow, that deep learning, that example also I have provided. You can check. But fundamentally, the concept is very simple only. Okay, we have to prepare the data, we have to choose the algorithm, and then train that model with the prepared data, and then we can start using it. Okay, so here you can find the details like data set preparation, creating, configuration, like but it should be in that specific format according to that model. Okay, but in case of deep learning, we have to provide like that also I provided in one example. We have to provide additional details like loss function optimization, the details we need to regularization, and the number of hidden layers, and number of neurons. That the kind of details we need to provide. Okay, so fundamentally that is simple, but you are talking about the algorithm itself means that is completely different topic. Okay, but mostly everyone is using existing algorithm, and for that all libraries are there. We can just use that, and then we can train that with our own data, and it will be ready. Okay, or suppose if you want to use the existing model, and if you want to optimize the specific for your data, maybe you can use the fine tuning. Okay, fine tuning or transfer learning, that kind of approaches are there. I explained them in my blog. Okay, fine tuning and the transfer learning, other things you can. So here it is great. Okay, you can go through these details. Okay, so in this blog post, I provided a lot of information. You can learn that. If you find any mistakes or any issues, or something is not understandable, you can add comments. I will be checking that, and I can correct that. Okay. So just to search QPT blog on Google, and then you can click that link. It will show up my blog. Okay. Here you can go through that. In the recent videos, I added a lot of promotional post for promoting my webinar and live training. You may ignore them, and like a few months back, I added a lot of tutorial videos. You can go through that, and whenever I come across any questions, I'll be finding answers, and I will add as a blog post. Okay, that way it has a lot of information about AI, and it will be, some of them are interesting to read. Okay, any other questions? So if any other questions, you can ask me. Okay. And if you want to freely download my ebooks, you can find the links in this GenAI webinar, that page, registration page itself. I provided that links. You can share it, and you can tell about this offer to your friends who may be interested in learning AI, especially generative AI. Okay. So what I'm started trying to say is whatever there in the recorded course, I'm going to explain that only in that webinar also. But it should be more interactive. That is what my expectation or understanding. Okay. And as I said earlier, that AI is a very huge topic. I may not be knowing everything. Okay, so if you are having some questions, I will be making note of that question, and I will be creating a video or blog post for giving answer. Okay, so later on you can check my blog and video, and mostly I will be giving the details through newsletter. So in that case, like getting free ebook will make you register into my newsletter automatically. So in that perspective also, even if you have my book from other sources, better you register with your email itself. Here in notebook LM, we can create mind map, we can create study guide, we can timeline in case of history, that kind of related things. So here FAQ what created, right? generative models, GANs, diffusion, and heart. So it included that new thing also because I added that the source, right? If we ask ChatGPT that things, it won't include these things, right? That GANs, I hope everyone should be knowing, right? It's like a generative adversarial network, like um, it's kind of a generator and a discriminator. Generator, it creates synthetic data samples from random noise, attempting make them indistinguishable from real data. The purpose of generator is it should be creating synthetic data. But the discriminator will be like it's kind of testing, evaluating these samples, aiming to correctly identify whether they are real or fake. It will be it's like a combination of these things in the iterations. At the end, we will be getting better result. That is the purpose. One is generative, another is adversarial. That is why generative adversarial network GANs, discriminator and the creator. Okay, generator and discriminator. Okay, here it is saying that mix min max game, right? The generator improving its ability to produce realistic data and discriminator becoming better at detecting synthetic data. Actually, both discriminator and the generator are becoming better. So at the end, we'll be getting better output, right? Image generation, video synthesis, data augmentation. Okay. So that is GAN. But your question is about diffusion model, right? So diffusion models offer a fundamentally different approach to stop adversarial training, diffusion models work by gradually adding noise to data until it becomes pure noise, and then planning to reverse this process to regenerate the original data. This iterative denoising process allows them to capture complex data distributions and produce highly diverse and high quality samples. While GANs are generally faster at generating samples once trained, diffusion models excel in sample diversity and stability during training. However, diffusion models typically require more computational resources due to their multi-step iterative nature. Okay. So each approach is having its own advantage and disadvantages. Basically, diffusion is requires more computational resources. That is why that heart was born. So MIT created that heart by combining both things to achieve the both take advantage from each approach. Okay, advantage of diffusion and advantage of auto regression. That is what heart. But I don't know whether it is coming into mainstream. Few months back, I added video about this. Any other questions? Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay, in the meantime, I'll be just reminding about updates to my generative AI course. So here, it's a Gen AI webinar. Here we have to click it. Okay, so here I introduced myself and then I provided free ebooks. There you need to click the buy button, but need not make any payment to download it freely. Okay, and you can freely watch my tutorial videos by clicking this link. Okay, and I provided the basic details about this webinar. Okay, so the updates are that changes made in the date, timing, and price fees amount. Okay, and the reason for increasing the fee amount is for running the PPC campaigns. So if required, I will be adding increasing the price further. Okay, so in the meantime, you can make use of this opportunity to register for this thing. I believe this webinar will be really useful because I gathered a lot of experience from my live training from my first batch, second batch, and I put a lot of efforts in creating my recorded course of around 9 hours of tutorial videos and nine AI related ebooks. So by doing those things, I could understand what people are expecting. So based on that, I can simply explain. Not only people, the industry, what the industry is expecting. Okay, so that is what our high priority, right? That should be a high priority. So I'm going that way only. So especially I will be giving more importance to RAG, retrieval augmented generation. I already did a separate free webinar for RAG. Okay, and again, only four, five, around 10 people only joined. Okay, because of that free nature, I couldn't promote it, right? But in case of this paid one, I can use paid promotions to get a lot of people. Okay, that is why I would like to go in this direction. Anyway, that recordings will be available freely for anyone to watch. Here I provided, right? This webinar will be live broadcast to my YouTube channel. Okay, so in that case, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. So whatever that webinars, mostly I will be making it freely available to my uh, live. Okay. Initially, for my 4 week live recording, able to ask questions. Okay. But anyway, even if I'm not recording, people are not that much interactive. Basically, that I understand. People, beginners, they may hesitate to ask questions. Okay. So in that case, always I will be live broadcasting to my YouTube channel. So subscribe to my channel to freely listen to the content. But if you want to interactively involve with me in any discussions or any, if you need any help in deciding your environment or finding any difficulties, or if you need any clarification, in that case, having discussions through Google Meet, that webinar will be more relevant, right? And other things you can get these free books, and I provided the details about registration, right? Where the registration is different for India and globally. People in India can use my UPI ID or instant Mojo payment link. People globally have to use my PayPal link. But both kinds of people should contact me after making the payment. It is not automated one. Okay, I can create automated one, but that will involve fees, other things. Okay, I don't want to do that. It's very simple, right? Just to make the payment and then just send like message, maybe in the subject like I made payment for a webinar, like that. I will be sending you the free access to my recorded course, as well as that Google Meet link, calendar link. Okay, so that is it. Very simple process. Okay, suppose if I'm not available at online at that time, and whenever I come back to online, I'll be sending you the details. Okay, that won't take much time. Suppose for any reason, or maybe your mail reaching my spam or folder or something, for any specific reason, if you are not getting that details after 2 days, just contact me through my WhatsApp number also. Okay, in that case, very rarely, I don't think it won't happen. It may not happen. Okay, if anyone needs any other details, you can contact me. Okay, and for online coaching, a consultancy also, you can contact. You can share this link basically. Okay, right now I'm not going to use any affiliate other things because I provided free ebooks links. Like, suppose if you feel that it will be useful for your friends, you can share this. Okay, that is another reason for providing this free ebooks. These ebooks are full-fledged ebooks. It's not just people. Normally, people who are giving you free version, it will be like just they call it as lead magnet, right? So just giving some basic ideas, then they'll be encouraging to buy the detailed book, right? But this one is not like that. I'm just offering my actual books that are included in the recorded course. So it will be useful for you to learn AI and SQL, Python for AI developers. All these books are very useful. So just to go through that, it is free. You can freely download and you can freely watch all my tutorial videos. And if you feel that my way of teaching is useful for you, you can register. Okay, anyway, you are going to just to spend 500 rupees only in India, $25 globally. Okay, and any questions, you can contact me by sending an email. Okay. And apart from this thing, if you want to, suppose if you are not interested in live thing, if you want to get only the recorded course, you can click that recorded course, this link. Here you can get it for just 300 rupees or $8 in case of global audience. Okay. Here that banner, that link is that will be taking you here only. Okay. Here also same thing. In case of people in India, they have to use the UPI ID. Globally, they can use PayPal because PayPal won't work for the India audience. Okay, that is one reason. Another reason is using UPI ID, we can save the fees, right? That is why I could be. That is the reason why I'm giving like low price for people in India. Okay, so here I listed all the tutorial videos that are included in the uh, recorded course as well as the ebooks, titles of the ebooks. Okay. So apart from that, I would like to improve the quality of the recorded course. So I would like to receive your feedback. Okay. So I'm getting feedback from Udemy. Here they provided the feedback. So 16 ratings. So from 16 ratings, it got 4.5 rating. So it's basically it's good only, right? So the same course I'm offering from here. Okay, but it won't give access to Udemy, but it will be giving access to a Gumroad based site. Okay, there you can read that. So there you can watch the video, download the video. We can see the subtitle, captions, every options. A lot of options are there. Okay, so it's like very useful only. Any other questions you can ask me? So no other questions. Okay. Um, so just remember this QPT blog. Search that QPT blog and come to my blog. And yesterday I was talking about free books at Amazon, right? So mostly that offer might have ended. Let me check it. Start learning AI today. Okay. So that free offer ended. Okay. So if you want to know the updates immediately, just subscribe to my channel. Yesterday I was telling about a free offer. Yesterday it was zero. Okay, the price was zero. But now that audio book option offer is still there. It seems okay. It's Amazon is running that offer. I don't have control. But this Kindle book offer, I can set free for 5 days in 3 months. Already I used 3 days. Maybe another 2 days I will be setting later. Okay, so that time we can. So here it reached up to the 4,000 free in Kindle store. Okay, a lot of people downloaded it in from Amazon.com. Let us check it Amazon.in. But this book is very simple book only. Even for that book also, it is having this much demand. But my unlocking AI, that book has lot of information, so I'm freely giving it to that. So here also, India also free offer ended. Okay, it reached the 110th place in India. Okay, almost reaching 100th place. Okay, so maybe if I run it for another 2 days, surely it will be reaching top 100, right? Okay. So what I'm trying to highlight here is there is a huge demand for learning AI. That is what I wanted to tell. But a lot of similar courses, similar webinars, they're charging a lot of money, and I'm charging very affordable fees only. In that case, people will be suspecting the quality of the teaching. So that is why I wanted to share my ebooks freely and my tutorial videos freely. Okay, so you can find all the links to watch the tutorial videos from here, and you can freely download my ebooks. Or if you want to check my free webinars, a few days back I did a free webinar, like 4.5 hours of free webinar to teach the basics of AI, right? So if you are interested, you can check that. Okay. But that was not that much interactive because only few people joined, but they were also not asking much questions. But if you are very much interested in learning in interactive way, this GenAI webinar will be useful for you. Okay. And as I said, if you are planning to learn AI, register as soon as possible because of two reasons. One is, as I said earlier, I may increase the price further if I face difficulty in running paid ads within this budget. Okay, that is one reason. Another reason, if you buy it immediately as soon as possible, you will be getting the access to recorded course. You can just go through the details, and by the time you join webinar, you might be gathering with a lot of questions, and that webinar will be more interactive. If you are not that much familiar with asking questions, then that purpose of webinar may not be that much uh, you- good, right? Okay, let me check any questions. No other questions? Okay, so my suggestion is always go through this Google and QPT, search for QPT blog, come to my blog. You can read a lot of things, and feel free to add any comments. Okay, if you feel that some article is not good, or there may be a better way, you can tell about that. Okay, and I tried my best to write them like a prompt, formatting them properly. Suppose if you find any format problem or any kind of structural problems, you can just mention that. Okay, ultimately, I would like to increase the quality of that content so that it will be useful for everyone. Any other questions? Okay, it seems no other questions, so I'll be. But the people are there. Let me wait for a few more minutes whether anyone is asking any questions. Okay. So I wanted to highlight two things. One is this is GenAI webinar. Okay. First come to my blog, read all that free resources available with that, and just to click this GenAI webinar. Here you can find the details about me, about my tutorial videos, everything. You can just get some look, and you can freely download these ebooks. And if you are satisfied with my way of teaching, and if you are comfortable with me, if you are interested to learn generative AI, you can just make use of this opportunity. Just by paying 500 rupees in India, you can register for this for learning RAG, retrieval augmented generation, MCP, line graph, and AI agents. And mostly I will be giving more importance to RAG because personally I feel RAG is very much important from career perspective as well as from business development perspective. Let me give some short summary here now itself, and by the time waiting for the other further questions, I'll be explaining that. Okay, but I don't want to open the like diagrams or other things. Just theoretically I'll be just telling the things. Okay, retrieval augmented generation. But my previous this tutorial videos and my free webinars, everywhere I talked about that in detail. Here just let me just to give some summary information about why we need to care about RAG. Okay, basically LLMs like uh, uh, ChatGPT. ChatGPT internally it's using LLM like GPT-4. Okay, so it's a LLM based application. So let me tell in that way. Okay, yeah, LLM based applications like ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, they are good in different ways for creating, generating images, and answering questions, creating content. Content in the sense, all the things, ebooks, even code. They are very much useful. Everyone knows that, right? But mostly they are useful from certain things. Say, for example, yesterday I thought of creating one ebook about AFAQ. I asked ChatGPT to come up with that questions and answers in specific chapters arranged in different topics. It started well, but after that it started giving completely irrelevant things. Okay, instead of giving question answer, it started giving paragraphs kinds of chapters, and after ninth chapter, it straight away go to went to 13th chapter, like that. It fully like it's like that is what hallucination. Once hallucination occurs, means it is difficult to like correct any mistakes. It will keep on going that way only. Okay, so the hallucination that giving irrelevant response is a major issue related to generative AI, that LLMs. Okay, so that is one major issue, and another issue is lack of private information. We cannot ask anything relevant to like specific details. So, for example, here when we asked Notebook LM, actually Notebook LM is a RAG-based application. Okay, so because we grounded the details with our source documents, right? There, I added the heart, HRT heart, that document from downloaded from MIT, right? So it is able to include that information also. Suppose if you straight away like actually internally it is using Gemini, so even if you straight away go to Gemini and ask questions about that, it won't tell a proper reply. So that means it's lack of private information. It is trained with publicly available information only, right? It is true for any kind of organizations. They are willing to support their customers, right? So if they are the customer is asking any specific product price or product information, if it is not publicly available, uh, they won't be able to get that answers. Okay, so in that case, though the LLMs are really powerful, especially from NLP, natural language processing perspective, they are very good in interacting with the human, but they hallucinate, they lack private information, and they have certain knowledge cut-off date. Actually, training a LLM is a very, very difficult thing. So you should be knowing, right? So it requires a lot of computing power, lot of data. That is what LLM, right? The foundation models like LLMs are like trained with lot of information. That is why we call it as LLM. That reason for that kind of approach is well known from deep learning understanding. If you are familiar with deep learning, you should be knowing that deep learning models will work better with huge data. Okay, and they have the ability to process huge data easily. Okay, large amount of data easily. Yeah, but it is completely different from traditional machine learning. Traditional machine learning will work with little data also, and they require for they may be finding difficulty in handling a large amount of data, right? But in case of deep learning, because of that unique feature, uh, people, I mean companies started thinking about coming up with these kinds of large language models, because the one time they need to put all the efforts, right? But later on everyone can use it through API access. It's a good business model for them, because every token usage they will be charging that. And for us it is easy, without spending time and money for training the models, we can straight away start using the available models. That is how the LLMs come up, right? So that LLMs were created, and they need a lot of energy in terms of computing power, right? In that case, it is not feasible to keep on training, right? So though the companies can spend in millions, they may not be unnecessarily spending, right? So that models are having certain knowledge cut off date. Say for example, if you ask ChatGPT what is your knowledge cut off date, it will be telling some date. Let me ask ChatGPT. So all the models, LLMs are having certain knowledge cut off date. That means it won't be having any details, any events, any details about the events happened after that particular date. What is your knowledge cut off date? So actually, if something happened after this June 2024, almost 1 year back, right? More than 1 year back. So all the past 1 year data, it won't be having. But if you ask, tell me about today's news, it can tell. Okay, it is contradicting, right? Actually, I posted a blog post in my blog. You can search that, right? Knowledge cut update. I explained about how it's working. Okay. Okay. If you're interested, you can search, read this. So it's able to tell the today's news. Okay, the reason is it is doing search. Okay, that here I explained in that blog post with more details. But what I'm trying to say is that chat gpt, that application is entirely different from that model LLM. It only choosing one model, right? GPT-4. Maybe we can ask which model you are using. So that model, but normally people interchangeably GPT-4o it is using. Okay, they are interchangeably using, but a application ChatGPT, that ChatGPT is completely different from GPT-4o. GPT-4o, it has knowledge cut update June 2024. Okay, but ChatGPT, it is able to give the latest information because of the tool calling, that function calling using. It is included the search model, other things, right? Here we can include different things. So that is a different thing, but I would like to just give the detail, like that LLMs are having a lot of shortcomings. Okay, one is hallucination, one is lack of private information, another one is knowledge cut update. uh, these shortcomings prevent LLMs for being used in commercial setup. Only when we use in the commercial setup, then only its value will be realized, right? Otherwise, people may not be spending money for developing it further, right? So in that case, there is a huge demand for some mechanism to handle that situation. That mechanism is RAG, retrieval augmented generation. It is basically combining the power of both generation. Generation means here LLMs. LLMs are used for generation, right? And retrieval. Retrieval is search, like searching, like a Google search, that kind of search, or database search, any kind of search, right? Retrieving the data from repository. Okay, so it involves combining both power of both things. Basically, it is augmenting the generation with the retrieval. That is why it is called as retrieval augmented generation, right? So that RAG is very powerful in this perspective. But some people are saying that RAG is dead by pointing that almost all the latest LLMs are coming up with a lot of context window. Let us ask this: what is your context window limit? First of all, before discussing further, if you are not knowing about this, context limiter is like every LLM has a lot of features or parameters, right? So that case, one of the metrics or whatever we can call is this context window. Okay, the ability to handle that number of tokens. So in case of this GPT-4o, it has like 128,000 tokens. Okay, like 300 pages. Okay, suppose if you are sending 400 pages, it cannot process. Okay, that is where the drag, that setup is coming up. Okay, so we have to the retrieval everything is record because of that limitation. Because say for example, you have a product document with 400 pages, and your customer is going to ask questions about your products. In that case, you can suppose if there is no limit, context filter limit, you can straight away send all the 400 pages along with the user query, right? So in that case, LLM should be able to give answer. Okay, but here GPT-4o 300 pages only it's allowing. So in that case, we need to split that. Okay, so for splitting that and getting only relevant portion of that content based on the user query, we need vector databases, other things. Okay, that is completely different topic that I will be explaining in the webinar. Okay, so it's or you can watch it in my RAG tutorial. Okay, But the concept is we need a RAG because of this reason. Okay, context window limit. Okay, so but recently the Gemini has come up with millions of tokens. Okay, uh, context limit of Gemini. So it's more than 1 million. I think different Gemini 1.4 like up to 2 million tokens. Okay, that means we can send thousands of pages, right, to that thing. But that is the reason why many people are saying that RAG is dead, right? Just we can upload everything, and along with the query, the document details will be sent, and the LM will be able to process. Then we will be getting answers, right, based on that available sources. But practically, though technically it is possible because of the increasing context window, now uh, people are saying that still we need RAG because though technically it is possible, but practically that LLMs are not able to process that huge amount of data effectively, even though technically it is allowed to process that amount of data. Okay, so it is better to give only relevant, highly context information along with the user query to get the relevant reply. Okay, that is what the arguments provided by the RAG supporters. Okay, I too feel the same thing. Uh, Definitely, one solid reason is always there, the token usage, because LLMs are paid one, right? You have to pay for token usage. Suppose if you are sending thousands of pages every time through the query, then you will be billed with a lot of money. So definitely for that reason we need RAG. So that reason always there. Another reason, the effectiveness of LLMs are good when only when we send the relevant context. Okay, so in any case, the RAG is still record, but the concept is retrieving the relevant context from the knowledge source and then augmenting that prompt user query with that for getting effective generation. Okay. Let me explain those things in the webinar in detailed way, or you can check my previous webinar or tutorial videos. Okay, let me check any questions there now. No other questions. Okay, so I'll be teaching about the RAG, and I will close the other windows. MCP, model context window. Sorry, model context protocol. Model context protocol, here it is very useful in implementing tool calling or function calling. It is like standardizing the things. Otherwise, we have to spend a lot of time in connecting with the external APIs of external databases or external service providers. Okay, now it becomes very simple, but actually it is adding and unnecessarily adding one extra layer, okay, from technical perspective, but practically it is helping to do the things easily. Okay, instead of AI clients connecting with the actual service providers, we have intermediately as that MCP servers, because MCP client and MCP server can communicate through standard JSON RPC protocol, right? That is very simple. That is standardized. That is the purpose of MCP. But anyway, MCP, that server should be connected to the external database through the traditional way. That whatever API endpoints are provided, whatever the details that service is providing or requesting or expecting, we got to do that. But the advantage of this MCP concept is that MCP server can be written by anyone, right? So in that case, even the service provider can create the MCP server. Okay, suppose you are running an weather data providing service and or payment gateway, you can write MCP server for your service, right? In that case, you can easily create. Like suppose new person wants to create that connection, he will be recurring to read all your go through documents, and it will take a lot of time for him to create. But whoever is creating the service, they can provide the MCP server for that service very easily, or any third party a person who is very much interested in that kind of thing, they can easily create, right? So in that case, as a AI developer, AI application developer, I suppose I'm doing AI development, I can simply connect to that MCP server instead of connecting with the actual thing. But a lot of security, like that kind of dangers and risks are there. That discussions are going on. So let us see how that is handle going to be handled. That let us see. But anyway, right now it's a hot topic. Suppose mostly it will be successful. Maybe they may be coming up with some new standards. Let us see. And LangGraph, it is a library provided by LangChain. It's for graph kind of stuff, like mostly handling agentic AI, that kind of stuff. It will be very useful. In case of RAG, we can use LangChain. That is workflow, right? It doesn't involve any kind of agentic things, so it is like step by step things, right? But the agentic RAG also there. That is different topic. Okay. And LangGraph, it's like nodes and edges, that kind of. If you are familiar with knowledge graph, you can easily understand that. And it is useful for creating agents and multi-agent systems, agentic AI things. Okay, especially for keeping the state. Okay, handling the memory things. Okay, that and all we can discuss. I already created a video about that. Maybe you can check. A lot of people are watching that video recently. So actually, I create a lot of videos by putting a lot of efforts, but only few people are watching. But recently, many people started watching it. This video, I don't know. So it seems someone has shared it in social media. A lot of people have clicked likes it. So you can check that. So and agents creation also, I created one video. So that things are right now in demand. That is what I wanted to highlight. RAG, because without RAG, it is not possible to use the LLMs in commercial setup, especially medical and the fintech, that kind of financial domains. So it is very important to create AI applications with high reliability. Otherwise, it can cause a lot of issues, right? In that perspective, RAG is important, though the context window limit of LLMs are getting increased, crossing millions of tokens. Still, RAG is relevant because of two reasons. One is that obvious reason is token usage, that charges will be high if we keep on sending a huge number of context. Okay, so in that case, getting relevant context and sending only that relevant context is beneficial from saving money, that point of view. And another reason is effectiveness of LLMs, that is effectiveness is good only when we provide relevant information. Though technically we can do we can transfer a lot of data. For effective generation, we need to restrict it to into limited amount of data, which is highly relevant. Okay, that is context, highly context oriented. Okay, so a lot of things are there regarding advanced topics, but RAG is very important. That is what I feel. Mostly companies also will be. Most of the companies already started forcing their employees to learn about RAG. It will be like becoming very standard, knowing RAG. But though the concept is simple, implementing RAG is not that much easy. So yes, especially like finding the proper chunking strategy, making it work with our documents for all kinds of use cases, all kinds of scenarios, that is all huge thing. So I did a lot of research about it. And sometimes we need to implement re-rankers also, query pre-process also, to make it work effectively. Because here the complex thing is the same query should work with retriever as well as generator. Suppose the user, we cannot restrict the user to ask questions certain way, right? Some questions or some queries will be suitable for getting relevant context from the retriever. Okay, that questions won't be useful, or they may not be working properly in case of generation. But we have to, at the end of the day, we have to use the same query for retriever and generator. We cannot use different queries, right? But what we can do is we can do some kind of pre-processing of query, and from API usage also, say for example, re-ranking other things. If we plan to use two LLMs, maybe it may be good, right? We can use one LLM for like one pass and another one of another pass, and if we compare with another third LLM, then that quality may be improving. But again, we need to think about that pricing, right? Like a lot of things are there. We have to come up with some balance thing, right? Like balance in the sense, we have to provide quality output, as well as with that budget should be, the expenses should be minimum, right? That also there. So for that, we need to do a lot of analysis. We have to use. It is not advisable to always use charged LLMs. Maybe we can explore some free, the sentence transformer, that kind of AI models that we can use, get it from Hugging Face, other platforms. Okay, so a lot of things are there, and for doing that, basically we need to know about basic things about NLP, other things. So initially, I thought of doing a full 4 week live training, but because of lack of interest from people, I am closing registrations for any further thing. Okay. But this one is very simple, just 3 hours only. It seems it's not a big deal. Anyone can easily join this one. They can just because Saturday 7 p.m. IST only. That will be like 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So it seems that people from India and US can easily allocate time for this time, right? And fee also just to 500 rupees only. But as I said, it is limited time only. That is the purpose of this thing. Because previously I said lower than this fees, but then I realized that that amount, with that amount, it is difficult to run paid advertisements, right? And the people are also not naturally that a tendency is now people are not having that kind of tendency, like sharing the useful offers to their friends. Okay, so I thought of like doing in a professional way, like other people are doing, other companies are doing, right? So in that case, I needed to increase the price, so I increased it. But I don't know whether this amount is okay, or I need to increase it further. So that means I will be increasing it further if it is record. So better, if you want to join this training, join it today itself. Okay, when that offer is available, people in India can pay just 500 rupees. Others globally, yeah, people in other countries, PayPal supported countries, can join by paying $25. Okay, and as I provide a lot of free ebooks here, remember to share this link with your friends. Okay, here you can find a lot of free tutorial videos also. And suppose for some reason, if you cannot spend time for joining this one, I will be like broadcasting live, and the recorded live will be there. So remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I have a recorded course also. So that case, you can buy the recorded course also. It has 9 AI related ebooks and 8+ hours of recorded videos. You can get it for just 300 rupees in India, $8 globally. Okay, let me check any questions. So still no questions are there. So it is better to wind up, right? Anyone is there? No other person is. Two persons are there, but it seems no questions. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for joining this live. Okay, so if you have any questions about joining my webinar, contact me, and tell about this webinar to your friends. Okay, and if you want to watch free webinar, check my free previous webinar, 4.5 hours webinar. That at that time I tried to explain everything, AA basics, MLDL. So I found it difficult to cover any topic in detail way. Okay, so that is the reason why I felt that approach is not working. So I came up with the GenAI webinar. So that one mostly highlighting RAG, and giving some basic information about MCP line graph. That's what my plan. But in this previous free webinar, I tried to explain everything. So that was not that much useful. Okay, maybe if you are interested, you can just watch that. But I feel my upcoming webinar will be more useful for the people who want to learn RAG especially RAG. Other things MCP, LangGraph, and AI agents. Okay. And here, as I said, I provided a lot of blog posts and I keep on updating the blog posts. And if you have any question, you can ask me. If I know the answer, I will be answering that. Or if I don't know the answer, I will do some analysis and I can come up with the answer and I'll be putting it in my blog post. Later on, you can check my blog post. Okay. So feel free to ask any kind of questions anyway, like in this live sessions or through the comment section of the blog post or through the comment section of that video or by sending an email to me. Okay. Thanks. Bye. I'm disconnecting now. Thanks.